Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Leigh Fuge, and in this video today we're going to be looking at this pedal by the guys at Cooltone Pedals. This is the Range Booster. Cooltone are a brand new UK boutique pedal building company based down in Bude in Cornwall, right down in the southwest of England. The pedal I've got in my hand today is the Range Booster. This is their take on a classic treble booster pedal. The clipping stage of this pedal is based around some BC108 silicon transistors. You find them both in the clipping stages and in the output buffer of this pedal. The BC108 silicon transistors are typically found in silicon fuzzes. So even though this is a treble booster, when you really push it, it kind of does that silicon fuzz vibe as well. So it's a very, very versatile pedal for the board. We've got a very simple layout. There's just three controls on the front. We've got drive, which is very self-explanatory. That's just the drive of the pedal. The tone, which is where you can dial in how bright or how dark the pedal is. And the boost, which controls the input gain. So using the boost, we can dial up the impedance of the guitar so it doesn't dampen the sound, but we can also boost the input gain by 20 times. So when this is all the way up, you get a 20 times hotter signal coming in, which then hits the clipping stages harder and really pushes those transistors. It runs off just your standard 9-volt DC adapter. It's got the standard 1/4 inch in and out. The solid metal cases are all hand engraved by Rob at Cooltone, and all the components inside are hand soldered to the circuit board. It's made with super high-end components and it's pretty robust. This is the sort of thing you could take this out on the road and it's, you know, it's not going to break down after a week of being stepped on. So while it's called the Range Booster, it's not a typical Rangemaster style pedal. There's a couple of little tweaks in there that Rob has done to the circuit to make it his own. The fact you can control the drive is a big thing because the original treble boosters just boosted the treble and you've got the gain from the amplifier, but this we can actually add the gain at the pedal stage. The tone control acts as like a frequency modifier, so when it's all the way down, it's completely flat, and then when it's all the way up, you're sort of in that classic treble booster mode. Now this is very, very responsive with the other controls. So when this is down, I find that you get some really cool fuzz sounds because it kind of chops that top end off and makes it a little glitchy, and then when it's all the way up, you get those real bright cutting treble booster tones. So even just with the three controls, you can dial in sort of anything from a, you know, a silicon style fuzz to a typical Rangemaster-ish kind of treble boost. So let's plug it in and see what we can do with this thing. The guitar I'm going to be using for this video is my Shergold Provocateur. This is a really versatile guitar. It's got a couple of different pickup options, which is why I've chosen it. We've got the humbucker in the bridge, the P90 in the neck, and I can split the bridge pickup to a single coil with a coil split as well. So we can kind of cover a bunch of different pickup tones. I'm plugged into the Blackstar Studio 10 6L6, which I'm running on the clean channel, and the amp is mic'd up with a Lewitt Audio LCT 440 condenser mic. So here is the clean tone of the amp. So I'm going to start with everything on the Range Booster set straight up to 12 o'clock. We've got these two LEDs up here that show us the state of the pedal. When the red LED is lit, the pedal is in bypass, and when the green LED is lit, the pedal is on. So this is quite cool because you can actually see whether it's off or on. So if I turn it on, let's see how this sounds. So I think you can definitely hear the silicon transistors working there. It's definitely got that silicon fuzz vibe. Now I'm going to turn the boost down now. We're just going to focus on the front end of the circuit. So let's go straight up treble booster. So tone all the way up. I'll keep the drive on halfway. Definitely got that bright cutting tone. Now let's see what happens if we push the gain a little bit but bring the top end down to halfway. So it's not super gainy, but it's definitely got a bit of break up there. Let's push that gain all the way. Let's turn the tone control all the way down. So we've got a flat response from the tone control, but maximum gain. So now we're definitely getting into fuzz territory. So now I'm actually going to push the tone up a quarter of the way, but let's bring some of that boost in now. So let's put a quarter of the boost in. So this is going to hit the front end a little harder because I'm boosting the input signal. So it's kind of like a treble booster crossed with a silicon fuzz, which is super cool. Let's turn that treble boost all the way up now. Pretty bright tone. I think we can probably tame that a little bit with the neck P90, but it's a really cool tone to start with though. It's got a nice cut and it is like a kind of very bright silicon fuzz. So let's see how it sounds with a neck P90 with the same settings. Definitely gives you a lot of really cool single coil tones as well. That sounds great with the P90. It tames the harshness just slightly, but it's still got that fat P90 tone. Now I'm really curious to see what happens if we take the boost all the way up. So it gets pretty noisy, but that's kind of to be expected when you have a drive control, a tone control and a boost control all pushing the transistors that hard and working the pedal pretty hard here. So I'm kind of curious about some of the lower gain sounds we can get out of this. So let's get the drive control down nice and low. Any lower than that and we lose a bit too much volume. Let's get the treble, or the tone control I should say, about 3/4 of the way up, and let's set the boost on full. So the drive control does control the volume of the pedal quite a bit. So with the drive below halfway, it's maybe a little too quiet to get some great tones out of, but halfway seems to be the magic point. So with the neck P90 there, we almost get into like some kind of fuzzed up single coil stuff, which is pretty cool. I want to test out what the tone control does on 0 now. So I think this is where we're going to get the flat response from it, but because we're hitting the transistors pretty hard with the boost on full, this is where we should get some fat silicon style fuzz tones. And just for good measure, we'll push the gain a little bit as well. Let's go 3/4 of the way with the gain. So we're definitely diving more into the realms of fuzz here. Let's keep the tone control all the way down and push the gain all the way up now. So now we should get even more fuzz out of this thing. Kind of sounds like a silicon fuzz. It's really cool. You get a lot of those biting but kind of like the transistor's going to blow up sort of tones. So I'm actually going to leave those settings the same now. I'm going to try this on single coil mode, so I'm going to flip the bridge pickup into a single coil. So there you go guys, there is the range booster from Cooltone Effects. As you can see, this does everything from a sort of traditional treble booster style right up to some screaming silicon fuzz style tones. It's very versatile, the 3 controls are very interactive with each other, and you can really get those transistors cooking to get some of that silicon breakup. So that's a lot of fun. There's some great tones in there. Please go check out the Cooltone website. These guys are a new company based down in Cornwall, and these pedals are all handmade. Fantastic. They're a small boutique pedal builder in the UK. Please go check them out because I think these guys have got a lot of great stuff to offer. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know down below in the comments what you thought of the sound of this pedal. I think this is a really great, boost slash fuzz pedal. I don't think it's designed to be a fuzz pedal, but I think if you manipulate it in the right way, you can make it like a fuzz pedal, which is pretty cool because I did a similar comparison when I did the Cooltone Screamer pedal, which is this one here. So if you haven't checked out the review video of this, please go check that out as well. The pedals are sort of designed to be what they are, but when you push them, they do start to react like fuzz pedals, which I think is really cool because, they don't do that typical blown out bottom end thing like a lot of fuzzes do. They're quite top end heavy. So if you're playing like a gig with them, you're not going to get lost in the mix, which I think is really important. So if you want a cool fuzz tone, you can actually use these pedals to kind of achieve that, but they're not designed for that. But I think that's a pretty nice bonus feature of them, that you can get into the realms of some fuzz sounds if you want, because this one, the Screamer, is germanium and the range booster is silicon. So you can get those sort of classic fuzz tones as well as the treble boost from the range booster and the distortion from the Screamer, which is what they were designed for. So yeah, like I said, down below in the comments, let me know what you think. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with Cooltone. I think these guys are going to have a lot of great stuff to offer over the next few years, so please keep an eye out for their name. Go check their website out. They've got some really great looking pedals, and it's a small boutique company, all handmade, hand etched cases. It's pretty cool. And if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to scroll down and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Your subscriptions really help me to keep growing this channel, and I really appreciate you guys being here, checking out the content, and getting involved in the discussion in the comments with me as well. It's a lot of fun, and I enjoy hearing what you guys think. So yeah, please go hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys very soon. Thanks so much for watching.